Hello everyone. Now see, this is our second video lecture on a chapter what? Q. Okay, so in a previous video lecture of a Q chapter, we have already discussed about a what? The basic concept about a Q and the operation that you can perform on a what? Q. And we are having total 4 categories of Q: simple Q, circular Q, priority Q, and DQ. Okay, so we have already started the operation on a simple Q, correct? So basically you can perform two basic operation, insert and delete. So in case of Q we are having two pointer, one is front and another is what? Rear. So the insertion operation will be always performed from which end? Rear end, and the deletion will be performed from which end? Front end. So we have already discussed about the insert operation. Okay, so now in today's video lecture we are going to discuss about a what? Delete operation on a what? Simple Q. Correct? In this lecture, we are going to discuss about a word delete operation on a word simple Q. Now see, the name of procedure is like this: Q delete. Okay. Now if you will observe that having three parameters Q, F, R. Now keep in mind one thing: when you are trying to remove anything from a Q, so there is no need to specify the element which you want to delete. Why it is like this? Because in case of Q, it will always start the deletion from what? Front end. So by default, it will delete an element which is at the front of the queue. Okay? By default, it will delete an element which is at the front of queue. Similar was the case with the stack. When you will try to pop something from a stack, so no need to specify the elements. By default, it will pop or delete an element from a stack which is on the top of the stack. So similar kind of thing will happen over here. If you want to delete something from a queue, correct? So by default, it will delete from which end? Front end, correct? So this function deletes and return an element from a front end of the queue. It means what? It will by default deletes and return that particular element from a front end of a word Q. Now here the Q is represented by a vector what? Q. See here this parameter. And in this case, when we are writing any algorithm, we'll have to consider the numbers of elements. So this n elements. So that vector Q containing a what? N elements, it indicates what? The capacity of your Q is how many elements? N elements. Maximum it can accommodate N element. Now you people are aware about this F and R. So in this case will require two pointer. F, that is front pointer, that always point to the front element of a queue, and R is a what? Rear pointer, that always point to the rear element of a what? Queue. Insertion will be performed from a rear end. Now here in this algorithm we are going to perform what? Delete operation. So deletion will be always from what? Front end. So here in this algorithm we'll have to work with which pointer? Front pointer. In case of insert operation, we were working with a what? Rear pointer. So now in this case, we'll have to work with a what? Front pointer. Okay. Now see here, if you will observe this type of algorithm, initially you have to write down the name of procedure, then all the parameters you have to describe, and then after you will start writing the step of what? Algorithm. This is the procedure that we have to follow. Now if you will see, now see in case of stack, okay. Now here in this case Q, similar way, when you are trying to remove something from a Q, there should be something inside. It might be possible your Q is what? Empty. If suppose your Q is empty, then what you will delete? So before delete operation, we'll have to check, is there any element is present in a Q or not? It might be possible your Q can be a what? Empty. So such kind of situation is known as a what? Underflow. Underflow means what? Not a single element is present in a what? Queue. Okay, the same case in case of insert operation, what we are trying to do? Is there any free space in a queue? So that is the condition for what? Overflow. So when you are trying to delete something, so we'll have to check about a what? underflow condition. Now see how you can check your queue is empty or not. Correct? Our first goal is what? We'll have to identify either your queue is empty or not. So now you are having a 2-pointer front and rear. Now keep in mind like that. If suppose if a single element is present in a queue, then what will happen? Obviously that front will point to that particular case. If there is no any element in a queue, so obviously the value of front pointer will be what? 0. If you will keep in mind the case of insert operation, when you are trying to insert a first element in a queue, okay, if you will observe this, when you are trying to insert a first element in a queue, at that time we are setting our front pointer to what? 1. See here, if f equal to 0, then f equal to 1. That was the case with what? Insert algorithm. So if is there any element in a queue, then definitely the value of f will be what? 1. Correct? This was the case with what? Insert. So now see, by checking the value of which pointer? Front pointer. We can check it out. Is there any underflow or not? So now keep in mind, when value of f equal to 0, it means what? Your queue is what? Empty. It indicates what? Underflow. And it indicates what? Not a single element is present in a what? Queue. So in such a case, it will return simply what? 0. 0 means what? That indicates what? Your queue is what? Empty. But it might be possible you can have some positive value of what? F. Okay. If it is 0 value of F, it indicates what? Underflow. If there is not a single element is present in a queue, then what you will delete? So that case is what? Underflow. Okay. Now, from the step number 2, if you will observe, we'll start what? Delete a element. But for that, the value of F should not be what? 0. Now say for example, we'll understand these steps with one example. Okay, now let's take one example. Suppose, initially what we are trying to assume, your queue is full. Okay, if your queue is what? Full, that having capacity, how many elements? 3. Now see here, carefully. The capacity of your queue, that is what? N equal to what? 3. It means what? Maximum 3 elements it can accommodate. Okay, now see this example. Suppose we have taken this queue that having 3 size. Okay, now at this stage, your front is point to the what? Index 1, and the rear is point to the index what? 3. So now initially your queue is full and f is having value 1. It means front is point to what? This 10. And r equal to what? 3. It means the rear pointer is point to what? 30. Up to this, okay? This is the assumption, okay? Because to understand the steps of algorithm, we'll have to take one example. Okay, now let's start. Suppose the first request of delete operation is coming. Okay, q delete qfr. Now in this case, there is no need to specify the element which you want to delete. By default, it will delete from which end? Front end. So now when this request is coming, we'll start the first step of algorithm. We'll check for what? Underflow. If f equal to 0, now see if you will observe, this is our initial case. Now here in this case, we are having right now current value of f equal to what? 1. It means what? This condition will become what? False. It indicates what? There is no underflow. Correct? So at this stage, we are having value of what? F equal to what? 1. It means there is no underflow. Then what you will do? We'll move to the step number 2, delete element. So delete element means what? Y equal to what? Q of f. Now q of f means what? Q of 1. Now whatever the value which is stored at a q of 1, that will be transferred into what? Y. So y equal to what? Q of 1. Now if you will observe at q of 1, we are having which value? 10. So now y will be assigned with a value what? 10. Correct? Y will be assigned with a value what? 10. So now we have already deleted the element and we have preserved into which variable? Y. Correct? Now see here, this step is too much important. Now it might be possible you can have only single elements in a queue. In our case, we have taken that queue is having 3 elements. But it might be possible you can have only what? 1 element. And if you will delete it, then what will happen? Your queue will become what? Empty. So when your Q will become empty, so obviously both the pointer will be set with what? 0. You have to set it. When your Q become empty, it means what? When you will try to delete your last element from Q, then we'll have to set both the pointer to what? 0. Correct? So now see, after deletion of this first element, every time we'll have to check. Is this your last element? So how you can check it out? So you can check it out by comparing this condition. If F equal to R. So now see here, in the first case, your F is what? 1 and R is what? 3. So both are not same. When both are not same, it indicates this is not your last element. Still we are having some more elements. Correct? Your Q is not going to be become a what? Empty. So now if you will observe, now here we are having what? Y equal to what? 10. Now we'll check Q empty. We'll check F equal to R. No. In our case, F is 1 and R is what? 3. It means what? This condition become what? False. So it will move into which part? Else. So now simply what we have to do? Now logically this 10 will be removed from a what? Q. So obviously when 10 is removed from a Q, it means what? Now 10 is not a part of Q. So now what we have to do? We'll have to move your front pointer. Okay. We'll have to move your front pointer to the what? Next element. So now in our Q, next element is what? 20, which is stored at which index? 2. So obviously we'll have to move your front pointer 1 ahead. So in that case, what we have to do? We'll have to increment the value of F by what? 1. So F equal to what? F plus 1. So in that case, your value of front pointer will become what? 2. So this is about your first request. And then in last, you will return element, return what? Y. So it will return what? 10. Okay, so the first deleted element from a Q will be what? 10. Now let's take one more example. Similar way, one more request is coming for delete operation. So Q delete, QFR. Now see, after deletion of 10, we are ready with this front and rear pointer. Now front is having value what? 2 and the rear is having value what? 3. Now what will happen? Again, we'll start from a step number 1. We'll check the value of what? F equal to 0? No. In our case, now F is what? 2. In our case, now F is what? 2. So it means it is not an underflow. So we'll try to delete element. Y equal to what? Q of F. Right now, we are value of F is what? 2. So Y equal to what? Q of 2. So now Q of 2, if you will observe at Q of 2, we are having which element? 20. So 20 will be assigned into what? Y. Again, see here, the step number 3 is too much important. After deletion of 20, we'll have to check it out. Okay, Q is empty or not. So by checking value of, comparing the value of what? F and R, if both are same, it indicates what? Your Q is what? Empty. We'll see that kind of example also. Okay. So now here, if you will observe, here F is what? 2 and R is what? 3. It means both are not same. This condition become what? False. So it will move into which part? Else part. And again, we'll have to increment the value of F by what? 1. So now F will become what? 3. So here, if you will observe, now the value of F become what? 3. So now after deletion of 20, we are having both pointer what? F equal to 3 and R equal to 3. And still we are having one more element in a Q. See. So now let's take one more example. Suppose one more request is coming. That is what? Q delete, QFR. Okay. And right now we are having value of F equal to what? 3. Now check it out. One more request for delete is coming. Let's check it out. Underflow. If F equal to 0, no. Why? Because now, right now, value of F is what? 3. So what will happen? There is no an underflow. We'll delete an element. Y equal to what? Q of 3. So at Q of 3, if you will observe, we are having which element? 30. So 30 will be assigned to what? Y. Now check it out. This was the last element of a Q. This was what? Last element of what? Q. Now Y equal to Q of F. Then after we'll move to the what? Step number 3. Now check. If F equal to R. Now if you will observe here, both value are what? Same. After deletion of 30, now F and R, both are having a what? Value what? Same. So now in our case, now this condition become what? True. So now we'll move to the then part. In this case, what we are trying to do, we'll set both the value. A value of both the pointer f and r will set with what? 0. It means what? Now we are not going to increment the value of f, because this was the last element of a what? Q. And when you will try to delete a last element of a Q, obviously at that time both the pointer will point to the same element, single element, and that is why both the pointer will have a what? Same value, and that indicates what? Now it will set your both the pointer to what? 0. So now f will become 0 and r will also become what? 0. And now your Q become what? Totally empty. Correct? Now if you will observe, okay, suppose one more request is coming for delete. Okay, so now again we'll start with the first step of your algorithm. We'll check the value of what? F. Now check f equal to 0. Yes. Now see, now f is 0. It means what? Your Q is what? Empty. So we are not having any more elements in a what? Q. So there is no need to perform a delete operation. So such kind of situation is indicate what? Underflow. Such kind of situation indicates what? Underflow. It means what? Now we are having a no more elements. Okay, so there is no need to perform a what? Delete operation. Okay, so this is about a what? A delete operation which you can perform on a what? Q. Okay, now see, you have to keep in mind both the algorithm, insert as well as what? Delete. Okay, so now we'll discuss in a next video lecture, okay, one example. Okay, we'll take one examples in which we'll have to simultaneously perform an operation, like some word element you will insert, then you will perform a delete, again you will perform a word insert, and we'll see this content of Q at each and every step. Okay, but before that you should be ready with this algorithm in your mind, both the algorithm, okay, insert as well as what? Delete. So we are keeping up to this in video. We'll cover that example in our next video. Okay, thank you.